And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway as we are about to conclude the All-Star Race weekend with the All-Star Race for the PCSRA Foster Series. It is time to crown the All-Star Race winner. We have 24 drivers here. 13 were race winners this season. They were Sam Davis, Noah Platts, Kyle Lingland, Jesse Art, Jackie Tang, Zachary Taylor, Manuel Hartnett, David Heller, Nathan Orman, CJ Bracken, Rick Witt, Donovan Updike, and Shane Lake. Sanat, Shelton, Anderson, Smart, Bevo Rogers raced their way in through the showdown race number 1. And then Mark Underhill, Daniel Voiles, William Brock, Annika Ritchie, and James Qualls raced their way in race 2. And Jarrett Underhill won the fan vote to get himself in the All-Star race, which means all of those drivers who didn't win the fan vote sadly ended up going home, and that is an automatic restart because somebody broke down on the grid. So that's an automatic restart already. And Zachary Taylor doesn't want to start the race. He wants to have a problem right out of the gate. It's like, come on, guys. Let's go racing. We don't need mechanical problems. We need everybody to roll off the grid, for goodness sakes. All right, take 3. That was Donovan Updike who broke down on the grid. And everybody is rolling off. Sweet. All right, 51 laps. We're going for $1 million here tonight. In the 2 showdown races, we had sunny conditions and cloudy conditions, but we are under the lights, so track is going to be a lot different than what it was in the showdown. So these cars that felt like they were a bit tight, they're going to be way too tight and need to be freed up a bit. Or wicket loose. And for drivers like Sanat on back that took part in the showdown, they ran 34 extra laps. Will that advantage help them win this race? We'll find out. The good news is there's no points on the line, so yeah. But next week, there will be points on the line. Because, like I said, when we get to the second half of the regular season, we only have 7 more races left to go in the regular season. I've decided to cut the regular season races down from 36 to 30. And the 2023 All-Star Race is green. Let's go racing, drivers. Let's have a safe race out there. I do not know if there will be a 2024 season, but if not, I will have a 2025 or season 2 of this series. This is kind of like a reboot of season 1, if you know what I mean. Sam Davis, who had a quick car in qualifying last night, leads the first lap of 51, but here comes Teal the Deal, Kyle Langland, running the Night Scheme Ally car. Somebody's going to win 1 million buckaroos in hedgehog money. Yes, that's kind of sounded a little bit corny, but to be fair, it made sense. I'll throw that away. I don't know what that was that I crushed, but it's alright. Kyle Langland pulling out to a big lead. Jesse Art in second. Her brother Sean did not make the All-Star race. Sean is actually in the grandstands watching his little sister on the track. The one goal I can say for Shane Lake, since he is the only full-time driver outside the top 30 in points that has been to victory lane, he's got 7 chances to try to get himself into the top 30 in points for his win a couple of weeks ago at Chicagoland to count towards a spot in this season's chase for the championship. should remind all these drivers, if you wreck in qualifying or in this race, you will have to go to a backup car and will have to start at the rear of the field for the points paying event next week. But Jesse Art trying to take a peek underneath the Ally Chevrolet. Here comes Sam Davis in the 50th anniversary scheme, the FedEx Toyota. But here comes the points leader, Noah Platts. Noah Platts has dominated the regular season so far. And of course, we have yet to have somebody win twice this season. We could end up having drivers, at the rate it's going, if we get another repeat winner, or not a repeat winner, I'm sorry, a different winner, then I have a good feeling we're going to end up having probably, 20 drivers that have won, but only 16 will advance. As here comes Noah Platts for the race lead, as he's trying to get underneath Jesse Art. And there's the guy that's trying to run down Noah Platts for the points lead, Emmanuel Hartnett. Think about this. Noah Platts would have 20 playoff points if he wins the regular season. And that's how dominant this 21 car out of the Wood Brothers has done. Wood Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, have never won a championship on this channel, believe it or not. And this is the only Penske-affiliated team that has been to victory lane. None of the Penske cars so far, like Kate Anderson, Bradley Ream, who didn't make the All-Star race, and I know who I'm thinking of, and I just went, William Davis. Thank you, producer. None of those three have been to victory lane. I can definitely say Donovan Updike and Rick Witt, even though they've been to victory lane, they have officially been eliminated from making it into the top 30 in the point standings for their wins at Coca-Cola and Rio last week to count towards a spot into the playoffs. So far, this race has been a lot calm than what we had in our showdown races earlier today. Noah Platt still your race leader. Track is a lot cooler than last night. We had a massive cold front that came through. Last night, these drivers were qualifying at 96 degrees. It's in the mid-70s right now, so we had a massive cold front here. It's really cooled the track temperature down. It was like 120 something last night. It's now in the mid-90s. So the track has a lot more grip than it was in qualifying last night for the drivers that had to qualify, which was Davis, Platts, Langland, Tang, Art, Taylor, Hartnett, Heller, Orman, Bracken, Witt, Updike, and Lake. I just realized there's first time we have two Wendy's cars. Daniel Voiles underneath Jesse Art. Daniel Voiles driving the Beard Motorsports entry. Of course, you can pick the two cars apart. They have the same sponsor. The only catch is that there is a burger on the hood of Carlos Sanat, whereas Daniel Voiles, it's last year's car from Beard Motorsports. So you can easily pick those two cars apart. And plus, it's got a lot different colors on it. So you can definitely pick these two cars apart. And if Carla Sinat wins the All-Star race, this will be big confidence because it's been a struggling season for Carla Sinat. Of course, her teammate David Heller is in danger of falling outside the top 30 in points, and his win at Springfield is in danger of not counting towards a spot into the playoffs. And David's going to have 7 chances to try to stay in the top 30 in points. The same, I believe, can be said to Zachary Taylor. Where is Zachary Taylor? They're 3 wide here between Shelton, Art, and Brock. And we're kind of spread out, which is a little rare. There's Zachary Taylor battling with Donovan Updike. And, nearly got turned by Jackie Tang. That was a bit close. But Zachary Taylor, good thing this is a non-points event, or he would have been in big trouble. And Emmanuel Hartnett, who was up there inside the top 5 not that long ago, is already dropped to last. That's not good for him, but as I said, this is a non-points event. Next week, we're here at Texas. It will be under the lights for the Echo Park Automotive 500 at Texas. It will be a night race, 7:30 Eastern Time. Or no, I'm sorry, 8:30 Eastern Time, excuse me. And of course, all the drivers will try to see who will race their way in. Of course, all the drivers like Daniel Voiles, who's in this race, will be in that non-charter race next week. As we're down to 30 laps of racing to go. Carla Sinat in the 42 machine, having herself a good run here tonight. Of course, there's not going to be a U Bluid for the All-Star race. Should just point that out. Carla has yet to go to victory lane this season in the regular season, rather. And, of course, I have it on the wrong series. One second. I need to put it back on this series. Carla Sinat will head into next week's race in that critical 30th position in the points. Shane Lake's going to more than likely be in a must-win situation. Shane Lake's a total of 50... Hold on a second, I'm going to count here. 21, 49... I think he's like 60... Wait. 39 plus 28. He has a total of 57 points back of Carla Sinat, who comes in this race that critical 30th position in the points. David Heller has a... He has a 77-point advantage ahead of 30th in the standings, which ironically would be his teammate. But the more David Heller continues to struggle, the more he's going to drop outside the top 30 in points. If David Heller has a bad finish next week at Texas, his win will not count towards a spot into the playoffs. So David needs to pick it up. Of course, remember, he's one of 10 drivers that are in the top 30 in points that have a win. Cody Smart is 12 points behind Ian Griffith as far as the bubble, as far as trying to make the playoffs. But if David Heller next week at Texas here falls outside the top 30 in points, then Cody Smart would be on the bubble. That's Cody Smart's only chance he's got left, or if he wins, he's in the playoffs. And that could knock some people out. I mean, look at these drivers that are inside the top 10 in points, that are running well, that are in danger of possibly missing the playoffs. Kuzman, Rankin, Kate Anderson, Shelton, Griffith, Smart, Gallant. Of course, Heather Gallant has got to make the playoffs. Ormy, I know, needs to have a better result. Zachary Taylor is okay as far as points is concerned. David Heller is the one that's a little concerning. I think Taylor has over 100-something points ahead of 30th in the standings. But what Zachary Taylor cannot afford is a DNF. Or that could be bad news for Taylor as far as the top 30 in points. Hey, look, it's the Wendy's 1-2. The other thing you also notice, the difference between the 62 and the 42, is the 62 has the $5 biggie bag, and the beef car is the one that Carla has. So, like I said, you can definitely pick these two schemes apart, the two Wendy schemes. One out of Beard Motorsports, a non-charter, or a go-or-go-homer, whereas Carla Sinat is a full-time driver. Hartnett's dropping back, so Hartnett's having a night. Thank goodness it's the All-Star race. Jared Underhill's already gone by Jessica Shelton. That's a battle for the 10th position, so Jared Underhill has cleared the Napa Chevrolet. His brother Mark's having a good run. Oh, look at Daniel Voiles right there getting a hell of a run. And here comes Voiles to try to take the lead from Carla Sinat. But looks like he got a little tight through the center of the corner and cannot get around the 42. And Bevo Rogers is out of the race due to an engine failure. So a tough break for a go-or-go-homer. But bravo to him for making it into tonight's All-Star race. But that will mean he will have to change engines and he will have to go to the rear of the field in his non-chartered race next week. Two good buddies, Daniel Voiles, Sam Davis, two roommates from SWASU as far as band camp is concerned. Davis is going to get around his good friend Daniel Voiles. Noah Platts is trying to get around the 62. Pretty impressive to see that 62 up here battling with these chartered teams. Of course, that's going to be the same driver for next week, Daniel Voiles. I'm watching Seinfeld, but I have the TV volume turned off so I don't get quote-unquote copyright, if you know what I mean. Doing it as a better be safe than sorry. I thought I saw smoke, but I'm guessing I'm seeing things because of the lighting. These drivers keeping it really calm and collective, which is a little bit rare to me. But I'll say this, these drivers are not going to be at a disadvantage next week, since we're going to be racing here next week. So, on the bright side of the spectrum, at least nobody will be going into next week's race at a disadvantage. Since everybody everybody got a chance to race here this weekend. So, it's not going to put anyone in a difficult situation. We've been to a lot of different tracks here on the schedule. Been to a dirt track at Springfield. Been to a road course. Been to, all those fun tracks. Of course, it's been a fun schedule so far. Coming up to 10 to go. Shelton getting around Kyle Langland. And to my surprise, we have not, I repeat, we have not had a caution here tonight. As we're coming to 10 laps to go in this all-star race. But what an all-star race we have had here tonight. I can't wait to see what's going to happen when we race here for points next week. You'll definitely find that out at the same time as I do. I want to remind everyone this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association, and it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the account's description of this broadcast may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association. PCSRA wanted to thank you fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We have only 7 more races left to go. Yes, I would normally say 13 to go, but as I said, I have cut down the schedule from 13 races to go in the second half to only 7 more regular season races, because I want to get this series done, because I've been keeping this series too long. And I want to get to the continue working on the 2024 season. That's the other reason I want to get this series done. Same with the Oreo Cup Series. Because over there, I will also be having only 30 races over there because of, trying to get this done so I can continue working on my 2024 stuff. But I do plan, however, to do special events for the remainder of the year if I don't start working on 2024 stuff. And of course, by the time you're watching this, I did get my job at Cheddar's. And speaking of Cheddar's, there's a good chance I'm going to be announcing something special for 2025. I'll be starting a partnership with Cheddar's. After, after parting ways with Harkins. Which, by the way, getting a new job only lasted 3 weeks, whereas my other one lasted, I think, a few months. So we've made significant improvements. I'm trying to get myself back to work. So I do want to thank everybody. By the time you're watching this, I just want to thank everybody for, hoping everything goes well, the job situation goes well, and getting the right hours. And hopefully all the people treat me fair. So. But, as I said on Facebook, just getting back into the groove and, only been off work for 3 weeks. So, my 3-week vacation is up, but I'm super excited. Speaking of super excited, Carlos Anat is trying to win the All-Star race. Of course, the defending winner of the All-Star race is not in this series. The last time we did the All-Star race, that was a mixture of this Foster's and Monster Energy Series. It was Lisa Gonzalez, which you will see her and everybody else next week at whatever track they're going. Which, I don't know where they're going. But anyway, White flag coming up in the air for Carlos Anat, the Aussie, one of two in this series, the other being Zachary Fitzwater. We've had a caution-free race, which is a bit surprising, because the last time I did an all-star race for this series, we had a wreck fest. But coming off turn 4, Carlos Anat will win the Foster Series All-Star Race tonight at Texas. And that's going to be some very good momentum for the 42 heading into the second half of the regular season. No need to export because this is a non-points event. Something happened to Jackie Tank during the closing stages of this event. That's a tough break for Jackie Tang. Ended up 13 laps down. Carlos Anat wins. Sam Davis, so close, will settle for second. Daniel Voiles, part-time driver for the All-Star race, comes away with third. Noah Platt's fourth. Jared Underhill, fifth. Jesse Art, sixth. Mark Underhill, seventh. So both the Underhills who made the All-Star race finished in the top 10. Well done to those two lads. William Brock, Kyle England. William Brock, James Cole, Kyle England complete the top 10. I almost had a little belch, so I do apologize for that. Then it was Donovan Updike, Jessica Shelton, Cody Smart, CJ Bracken, and Shane Lake, the top 15. Nathan Orman, Kate Anderson, Zachary Taylor, David Heller, and Annika Ritchie, the top 20. Rick Witt and Emmanuel Hartnett were the last two cars finished on the lead lap. Not entirely sure what happened to Emmanuel Hartnett, but that's a tough break for him. Jackie Tang, not sure what was wrong with the 19, as he ended up finishing 13 laps down, and Bevo Rogers finished out of the race due to an engine failure on his car. Let's actually find out what exactly happened to the 19, because apparently I can't find out what happened. As it looked like he came to pit road, so I'm not entirely sure what happened. Looked like he might have had a vibration or something. They went ahead and changed the tires. Yeah, they went ahead and changed the tires, and apparently they had whatever issues, and unfortunately was never to recover. So they'll definitely push Jackie Tank's car back behind the wall. So, you know, not the run he wanted, but hey, this was the All-Star race, so there were no points on the line. But Carlos Anat will be the one that will celebrate $1 million Blue Hedgehog dollars in victory lane. Hope you enjoyed tonight's race from Texas. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown your full finish results. We'll see you next week for our points paying event here at Texas Motor Speedway. Be sure to join the PCSRA Discord. The link is in the description as well. But until then, I've been the Blue Hedgehog signing off, as you've been watching another broadcast courtesy of PCSRA TV, the best in our racing since 2017. Let the second half of the PCSRA Foster Series begin.